Hi there, YouTube. This is my fourth or fifth part of my documentary section. So I'll do different parts of this one now, because they're like 10 minutes each one. Otherwise, it takes forever to load it on YouTube and everything else. But so if I remember correctly, I left off where I got kicked out of high school and stuff. Um, so I'm gonna go from there. Before I start from there, though, I think I forgot two things that are huge in my life that I forgot to mention. First thing is when I was like 6 years old, like I wasn't six, I was probably like 7 or 8. Some stuff happened with me and my older cousin, and I don't know what happened to him, but something happened to him, and he was like about 4 years older than me, and stuff happened there, and I'll just say that for now, and then you'll understand more in the future in my other documentary parts when I explain more. And then one more other thing I forgot that I left out. When we first moved to Oklahoma, I can't remember if I said this or not. I was 14 years old. I was 13 going on 14 when we moved here, but it was 14 when it happened. It was the summer between '04 and '05. And, well, it was, I guess, the summer of 2005. And, basically, I heard voices for the first time, and they were telling me to jump out of the second story window at my grandma's where I was staying the night at. And that was a pretty scary time for me as well, when all that started happening. I had to get on meds, and I was on meds till I was about 18, and then I was off meds until I was 21, and that's when things get back and really get the way, really crazy for me in life. But I'll leave that at that for now. About the part with my cousin when I was like 7 or 8, and then the voices when I was like 14 when that happened. But basically, yeah, the thing with my cousin we'll explain more later, and then the thing with the voices, I guess it's just like a family thing that was passed down. Not not a good thing, but like diabetes that my other family had, the rest of my family has, and other stuff, and drugs runs in a lot of people in my family, but not me and not my two brothers, and etc. But we were blessed to be smart to stay away from that. I think it was because I feel like I'm immune to it because I was born with it in my system. But I don't know. It's just something that, I don't know. And then I'm pretty much winging this because I can't find my. I always do like a little rough draft to remind myself of those things in that area in that era that I'm trying to discuss. So I'll do the best to explain and go off from where I left off in the last video, where about the high school and being expelled. So I'll go from there. When I left high school, I was still working. I was working at the time at Chili's. When I was working at Chili's, I tried to join the military. I can't remember if I said that in this other video or not. I tried to join Chili's. I mean, I was in Chili's, and I quit because I was trying to join the military. I think it was National Guard or something, or something like that, or the Army Reserve. I was trying to join them. I took the ASVAB test and everything, and they lost my results. So I ended up quitting Chili's for nothing, and so it frustrated me. And because I gave up once they didn't find my results, and at the time, all I needed was, like to pass at the time, I don't think there was like requirements for a GED or etc. But after that, I ended up going and working at Walmart. And then I was 17, going on 18. I worked at Walmart, and I was there for a year. I was a cashier for 8 months, and then night stalker the last 4 months because I was 18 the last 4 months that I was there. After right towards the end of my cashiering time, though, there was this lady. I just got a tattoo. Oh yeah, and this is other stuff. First tattoo I got when I was 17 while I was working at Walmart. I don't know if you can see it or not, or it's a cross. Well, anyways, I'm not here to show stuff like that. Anyways, but I was, I got my first tattoo. I was 17. I wanted to get something I knew I would never regret. So I was, I'm a huge Christian, so I wanted to get a cross. So that was pretty cool. And anyways, there was this one lady. I was working the lane, the express lane, the 20 items or less. This lady comes up to me, though. She's got a basket full of items. She's got like 100 items. And I didn't think it was that many, but I wasn't helping anyone at the moment. So she was like, hey, and then she just put it stuff, and then I was like, whatever. And so by the time I got done helping her though, because of how the way the whole setup was, there's only a couple bags around the thing and there's only so much room. You got to put little at a time on the counter so I could scan it all. It took like 15, 20 minutes. By the time I got done with her, there were so many people behind her in line. They were pissed off and they were cussing at me. God, sorry. Anyways, they were mad as heck and they were cussing me out and they were, yelling, and I got, frustrated, and I calmly gave her a receipt. And as I gave her a receipt, I calmly walked aside and I walked around the thing and I just said, next time, do you think that you could go to the regular checkout line? Because, then things like that won't have to happen. I was completely courteous, polite, and nice. I rang the lady up, gave her a receipt, and I completely politely asked, I know that, like you just, came here and I didn't say no, but if next time you could just go to a regular checkout line, that'd be super great, because then things like that won't have to happen to, me or other people, other cashiers. And, she got so heated, and she was a stupid lady. She got so heated, she started, sorry, God, I shouldn't name call. She got so heated, she started cussing me out. She took every name in the book and cussed me out in front of all those customers. I was basically there just for an hour to give some girl her lunch period, to relieve her for an hour for lunch. And I guess her hour was up and she had just approached behind me. She heard the lady cussing me out and everything else. And it wasn't until she took God's in vain at me, and I was 17, it wasn't until she took God's in vain at me that I just said, I'm gonna be, no filters here. I said, fuck you. And I walked away. God, forgive me. But I said that and I walked away. And then Jason, the manager, was super chill, super cool. She went and she cried like a baby to him. She cussed me out left and right. And I said one thing to her and walked away. I guess she didn't like how that was left. So she went and complained. Jason pulled me aside and asked me, and then he asked the one cashier chick too, and she said she didn't hear nothing or see nothing. And anyways, I think she liked me, but I was shy. And then Jason talked to me, and I admitted, I said, yeah, I told him what happened first. And then I said at the end, I snapped because she took the Lord's in vain at me. And so I snapped and I told her, that. And he said, I understand. He said, you never been in trouble before. You never had any write-ups, and he, such and such. He said, so, I understand this can be stressful, and what she did was wrong. And he said, I'm not even going to write you up. So he just told me not to, make sure, try not to let it happen again. Just call someone else. So I was like, okay. And he said, for future reference, I can tell people to go to another line, so I can turn down customers and etc. And so, that was that incident at Walmart. And I ended up working overnights the last 4 months. And when I did that, pretty much the last 4 months, I didn't get along with two managers. One was Ryan. He was okay, but he was a tool because he was defending Peggy. Peggy was this lady who was lazy as heck. Ryan would go and cashier with us at night if the lines got too busy because the first of the month or the food stamps come in or etc. the holidays. He would go and cashier. He would go around and he would help people. Peggy would just go around and she would go around and talk crap and demean people, talk down to everyone and not help a thing. She would call everyone to go cashier, call me to go cashier since I had experience, because she was too lazy and stupid to. God forgive me. I know it's hard when I think about past things. Times certain people just, they sucked, and still maybe do. I don't know. Hopefully not, but maybe. Anyways, but so that was that whole incident at Walmart. And then I ended up getting into words with Peggy the last week or so I was there. Peggy was talking crap to me. They pulled me in. She started questioning me and everything I did. I said, what about you? You just go around talking crap to everybody. You demean people. You criticize and humiliate people in front of other people, and you put people down. You don't even lift a finger to help the store. I said, at least Ryan right here does. Ryan got mad, even though I was saying about him good. He got mad and said, don't you ever question, don't you ever talk back, don't you blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't care. It's like, whatever. I gave him a 2-week notice, and I ended up getting a job over at Tyson's. That was, I guess, my, fourth job? Or something, fifth job, something. And I was only 18 at the time. And the last week I was working at Walmart and Tyson's. It was super stressful. I was working nights at Walmart and first shift over at Tyson's. And I would try to come home and get sleep. But between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. when I tried to sleep, there was my dad, my aunt, my sister, my 2 brothers. We had a dog, and sometimes there was friends over from my sister or my brothers. And so Excuse me. So I always got mad almost every day. I had to yell and swear at the time just so I could try to get any sleep whatsoever. And the last day or two, I was working, the last 2 days or so, I was working at Walmart. I was literally stocking shelves and I was putting one item up and I took a nap and I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened every time I put an item up. I fell asleep for for 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Then I woke my eyes back up and I put another item, fell asleep for another 10, 20, 30 seconds over and over again for like 2 nights at Walmart, and it just sucked. It's really, really bad. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this at this, and I'm gonna make a new part for this video as well. All right, have a blessed day.